Hey, 5 Minute Podcast fans. It's time for the 5 Minute Podcast. Week 6, episode 6. And there's Judah in the background. See if I can zoom in. Say, hey, Judah. Hey, Judah. Judah doesn't have any friends on Facebook because
I don't have it.
he doesn't have it. Nobody under 60 has Facebook, apparently, according to my son. But I see some of his friends on Facebook. All right, episode number 6. Here's what I've entitled this one. It's entitled "You Have What It Takes," and I'm doing this one in the kitchen right now with my family because I'm going to say this, and it's going to be risky because they're going to keep me accountable. But that's okay. You have what it takes. Now, I'm not saying that in the way that I say, people say, you can do it, or whatever you need to accomplish anything is built right into you. I'm not really saying it that way. Here's what I'm saying when I say you have what it takes. In order to achieve great things, you already have the knowledge. Almost everybody does. Like, you get to the end of the day, so 6 o'clock right now, it's supper time, you get to the end of the day. Everybody who is going to watch this podcast can agree that they know what they could have done to make that day better. You know what it takes to improve your life, your happiness, your well-being, other people's lives. And for whatever reason, you just choose not to do it. And I'm not saying that that's selfish, and I'm not saying that you're a defective person because of it. But when I walk in my house after work at 5 o'clock, I know exactly what is the right and wrong thing to say to my wife. Can you quiet the trick-or-treaters? And I know exactly what things are going to add value, what things are going to encourage my wife, which things are going to make my kids feel appreciated, make them going to feel smart. All of those tools are in my toolbox. I know exactly what to do, but I don't necessarily do it. And I do this at work too. So every year at work, what I'll do is I'll look at my sales from the previous year, and I will look at where those sales came from. So I will assess my revenue, and I will discover that most of my revenue came from me contacting people that I knew. So a smart person, a good business person, would then take and reverse engineer that data, and they would say, okay, if I want to do the same thing this year, I'm going to focus on doing the same things last year, but I'm going to focus on the areas that generated my income. So I know what to do. I know what to do by looking back in history and saying that's what it takes. And I would also argue that if I actually put more energy into the parts of my business that converted, I could increase my revenue this year. And that's just a work example. But on a personal level, I had a really interesting comment made to me last weekend. I think it was last weekend or 2 weekends ago. A friend said to me, she said, and this is not going to surprise anybody watching this, she said, people don't know when you're serious because you don't laugh at the end of your jokes. And I thought, well, that's fine. I'm not laughing at the end of my jokes because if it's funny, it should be qualified by the fact that everybody else in the room laughs. I shouldn't have to be the catalyst of the laughter. It's funny or it's not. I let people in the room be the test. Except that I have had more than one person in my life say to me, Derek, we don't know when you're serious. Okay, I'm aware of this. So now I have the tool. I have the information. I can choose whether or not I want to continue to go through life confusing the crap out of everybody that I meet and have conversations with, or take the information available and use it as a tool to communicate clearly, or to say to people, that was a joke, I was joking, I'm just kidding, because I'm 35 years into people saying, we don't really know if you're serious. We don't get it. So I give those examples. I give the work example and I give the personal example because there are countless examples of cases where we have the tools and we have the information and we have the knowledge to take our life 10% better, or 15% better, or take somebody else's life 10% better, or 15% better, or 20, or 100, or 10x it. We have all of this information and we often neglect to use it. And I think you guys have situations in your life where you could convert the information that you have because it's up here, and for whatever reason, maybe you are being lazy and irresponsible and insecure and whatever, but you choose to not execute on the information that you have to enhance your life. So I'm inviting you, put comments in the video. What are some things that you know, but you don't do? You don't do it. You don't do the thing you know will improve your life, will improve the life of others, will improve your business, will improve your relationship, will improve your marriage, will improve your entire environment. Put the comments below, and don't forget that you have what it takes. And it's especially true for you, Judah. He knows it. Have a great week.